Hey guys, hope you guys had a good day today. Quite the crazy day. I did not expect to see us close our 6th red day, which I talked about it yesterday, but this is the first time SPY has closed 6 red days in a row since the February 2020 COVID crash. So I guess we're at COVID crash type of levels right now. Um, Interestingly enough, though, when you really look back at that SPY or that during that 7-day crash back in 2020, SPY dropped 15.7% over 7 days, and we, interestingly enough, have only fallen 7.4% over 6 days. However, if you look at the top at August 31st, August 16th, and where we're at now, it's actually been a 16.5% total sell-off. So we are still not quite as bad as the March sell-off. So if you look from here to here, that was a total of 17.7%, and that was over 38 days. We're only at about 30 days right now from here to here. So we could have another week of trade, technically 2 weeks, because that only counts actual trading days. So we're kind of at an interesting spot right here. So one thing I am seeing is this red channel. So we broke down into this channel, and we have now tested 1, 2, 3 times to break out of this channel, and every single time, it's hard to tell on the daily chart because of where the candle bodies is, but if you go to a 15-minute chart, which I'll just do that for you guys real quick here, you can see that we fell down. 1 time we tried breaking out, 2 times we tried breaking out, 3 times we tried breaking out, and every single time that we've tried to break out, we've dumped. Breakout, dump, breakout, dump. And the sell-offs are getting bigger every time. So we have established that 370.6 is key resistance. There is nobody that should be buying calls until we break and close back over 370.6. With that being said, SPY officially put in a new low of year at 360.87. So where are we headed now? I'm not really sure, to be completely honest. We have a couple patterns forming. We have this red falling wedge, we have a blue falling wedge, and then we have the overall black bear channel. So key support that I'm going to watch for tomorrow is still right here at 362.2. This is pretty much where we magneted to all day long after we finally dumped. We just kind of spent about 3 hours trading at this level. So until we close below that, I'm not saying I'm not bearish, I'm just saying that the intensity of the sell-off has not been there yet. After that, we have 359 or we'll just call it 360 for our red support, and then we have down here at 358 for our blue support. 358 also represents the JPM collar, the top part of it, so I think that might be an interesting price level to watch tomorrow and later in this week. Key resistance is going to be 364.3, and then we have the channel right here, 366, and then we finally have right here at 368.2, which is also going to be a pretty key level to watch. Looking at futures, so futures is at an interesting spot too. Their chart is kind of way more clear with its black bear channel, followed by the falling wedge in the blue right here. The interesting thing about futures is that we have this same pattern here. So we kind of had some sideways movement, and then we had 1, 2 sell-off candles, followed by a gravestoner. Then we had 1, 2 sell-off candles. Now we have a gravestone. So if the pattern holds true, we could see a drop the next 2 days, which could get us down to this 3,500 range. So that's kind of what I'm watching. Key support for tomorrow is right here at 36.35, followed by 36.15, followed by 35.93. Key resistance is right here, which is where it's fighting after hours at 36.70, followed by 37.08, which is this blue resistance, and then eventually up here at 37.70. So Apple and tech in general is kind of interesting. I've been saying it for the last week now, but this sell-off has not been driven by tech. And I think that's why the intensity of the sell-off is not what we're used to seeing, and why, despite having 6 red days in a row, we're only down 7.4%. I have a feeling that either we're going to see SPY continue to have this slow sell-off, and tech is just going to kind of hold this consolidation right here and before we finally all together move back up. Or what we could be seeing, and which could have happened started today, is that we're seeing tech try to break out. You can see these dead cat bounces right here, and then they sell out, have an intense sell-off. I think that's what we're about to see. So you have this kind of dead cat bounce, big sell-off. Dead cat bounce, big sell-off. Dead cat bounce, smaller sell-off. Dead cat bounce, big sell-off? Possibly. I don't think... It's tough because obviously SPY just put in a new low, and SPY is about the 75% retracement of its bear channel. However, tech is holding up so well. So I would like, I'm hard on tech to be completely bearish on tech specifically, as long as Apple is holding 149.2. If we see Apple specifically tomorrow close below this level, then we could finally see the sell-off, and we could be seeing this kind of falling wedge right here, and we could see the 130s right here. However, you can see we've tried to break out 1, 2, 3 different times over the 8 EMA right here, and we even really, I guess technically you can say 4 times because it was over and then it dumped and closed below it. I think that's a pretty bearish part right there. So I'm looking for tech to throw us a big sell-off, kind of like we had here and here and here and here. So it'll be interesting to see what the next couple of days bring for tech. Key resistance is 152.4, and then followed right here at this 154.5 level. Tesla, kind of the same thing. I was watching for this pattern that we can kind of go up, down, and then bounce up. However, we rejected the daily 8 EMA, and we closed back below this key 183.8 level. So for me, that means we're going to retest down here at 170.3, probably tomorrow, honestly, if not the next day. And if we lose, especially if we close, because you can see how important this level is right here, below 270.2, then I do think this bigger pattern that I was watching is going to play out, and we are going to see a visit to the 220s to the 250s. I'm not sure exactly where Tesla is going to stop. It just depends on if we get a market-wide sell-off, if it's just a tech-dependent sell-off, or what's going to happen. There's definitely a real case where SPY from here could just consolidate, and I'm kind of watching it honestly that SPY might pick a level like 360 to 370, and we might just consolidate here for a week or two, and then we might see tech catch up on a sell-off in that time period. Or we could see tech catch up on the sell-off, and that could push SPY down here into the 350s, 340s even possibly. So looking at the VIX, VIX is very interesting here. We broke through this lower high trend that dates back to January and May's high. So yes, we did not make a new high for the year, but this is the first time since May 2nd that the VIX has put in a higher high. So that means that we broke this downtrend of the VIX. So the one other key thing to see though here is every time 33.7 is broken, it pretty much is the top. Here we kind of had a big huge candle. Here we did go up and we did touch obviously the high of the year at 38.39 back here, and up here we got into the 37s, but I'm not really sure what to expect from the VIX. Obviously there's a lot going on, I guess fear-wise, and we very well could just see the VIX go up here, and everybody's calling for capitulation once the VIX hits 40 to 50, so this definitely doesn't feel like capitulation just yet in the markets. Bitcoin's holding up pretty well for now. Key support still here, 18.8K. We did reject breaking out over 20.2, so I'm going to watch this 18.8 level to break for the breakdown here to 17.6. And that will also show me that a sell-off is coming. All right, hope you guys had a great day. Thanks for tuning into this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated. I am providing my Discord link right here. That's a lifetime link. If it doesn't work, go ahead and send me a message and I will get you a new link. I do have a pre-market update I do every day where I update with supports and resistances and different scenarios that might play out through the day. I also do a live commentary throughout the day with updates and changes, and I do push out buy and sell alerts on SPY and other tickers that I'm trading at the time. Currently, membership is $20 per month or $228 per year. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok under SPY Optionaire, or Reddit under Daddy Dirch.